Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about Governor Newsom out there in California and the proposal for a constitutional amendment. We will talk about what's in the amendment. We'll talk about the process that this would have to go through to make it and become part of the U.S. Constitution. And we'll talk about why he might have proposed it in the way that he did. Okay, so if you have no idea what I'm talking about, the governor of California is proposing an amendment to the U.S. Constitution. It has four components. The first part is to raise the age to purchase a firearm to 21. The second is to institute universal background checks. The third is to create a reasonable waiting period. The fourth is to institute an assault weapons ban. This would be at the national level. What does it take for this to actually become part of the U.S. Constitution? Step one, it has to pass a 2/3 vote in the House and Senate. Do you believe that 2/3 of the current House would vote for this? Okay. Odds are this isn't going anywhere. But let's say that it does. Let's say, for whatever reason, it makes it through that part. What happens next? It has to be ratified by 3/4 of the states. Okay. The assault weapons ban portion of this is what is really just stopping it from going anywhere. When you are talking about at the federal level, you're not going to get Republicans to cross the aisle on that. When you're talking about at the state level, when it comes to the ratification process, please understand that states can institute an assault weapons ban. 10 have. 10. How many do you need to ratify this? 38? It's not going anywhere. I know somebody's going to say there's another method, using a constitutional convention if it's called for by the state legislatures. Yes, that is true. I would point out that out of all of the amendments to the U.S. Constitution, none have actually gone that route. It's way more complicated, and it would be even harder for this to move forward. Realistically, if this amendment had just the first three elements, raising the age to 21, universal background checks, and a reasonable waiting period, but the term reasonable was actually defined, say however many days, that might have a chance. It's the assault weapons ban that is going to stop this from going anywhere. It's just not going to make it. So, Newsom, he's not an unintelligent person. He knows this. So why is he doing it? My guess is that he is building his resume to run for president in 2028. That's my guess. By that point, the demographics will have shifted in the United States a little bit. The idea of an assault weapons ban, at that point, that might be a little bit more tenable. It will certainly be more tenable than it is now, because those 12-year-olds that are dealing with drills at their school, well, they'll be 18 then. The odds of this going anywhere now are slim to none. I mean, I would say none, but there's always a chance, right? The odds of it making it through everything it has to actually become part of the U.S. Constitution, it's just not, it's not a realistic possibility. But please remember, that's actually a good thing. It's supposed to be hard to change the U.S. Constitution. I do believe that if he was serious about this and wanting to actually get it to go somewhere, this would have just incorporated the first three elements, because that probably would have gone somewhere. I don't know that it would have made it through the whole process, but it wouldn't have been doomed from the start, and this is. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.